know in my own life, information of real spiritual wallop tends to arrive with dismay. It's not always as poetic as that. It makes me think of a guy I used to know from Burkina Faso in Africa, and he told me a story once. He told me a different way that stories can arrive on you, wisdom can arrive, and it's this. It's in his granddad's time, this kind of thing used to go on. There would be a lad in the tribe, there'd be a young one, and he would be recognised often by having a little bit too much spirit, a little bit too much liveliness to him. And he'd be taken out into the bush for a period of time, and he would be beaten with sticks. Now, very important you understand, this is not some arbitrary violence. This is contained and held within an initiatory ceremony, because they had intention for that young man. His spirit had revealed something of himself to the older guys. This is what had happened. When their sticks hit his back, they would form a kind of patterning, a kind of template from shoulder to shoulder down to the base of the spine. And as the skin healed from the beating, it would take on the contours and scales of a crocodile. His back would be healed with balms and the rest of it, but it would forever take on the shape of a crocodile skin. Now, what is the thinking behind that? The thinking behind that is when he came back to the village, he was recognisable as someone that had suffered. He was recognisable as somebody that had been tempered by that suffering. And in doing so, he would have had a wisdom about him. And if you were somebody that had a crocodile-sized problem in that village, if you were being worn down with the duress of the thing, if it felt like something you could speak of nobody to, you couldn't tell anybody about it, well, the Crocodile Man demonstrably had the largesse and the capacity to absorb your queries, your griefs, your thoughts. And of course, during that period of time, stories could not help but attach themselves to him. In the cracking open of the young man, stories would flood in. So sometimes stories come to us when we are patient salmon in the dark. And sometimes stories come to us when we are out in the bush, having our shape changed by circumstance, getting in touch with our animal nature, perhaps.